So let's start. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of NE Knowscape Podcast. Since we are exploring biogas sector by speaking with different experts from different fields in the biogas industry, today we are delighted to welcome Mr. Emodi Onyebuchi Chike to our podcast. He is a Nigerian green builder and founder of BM360 Recycle with a mission to prove that waste is not a problem, it's fuel. Hello, Mr. Emodi. Welcome to our Aninoscape podcast.
Yeah, good morning. My, I can't get your name clearly, sorry. You can help me pronounce it. Name.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm forward to any questions you
Okay,
want
sir.
to ask me so I can help you to explain further.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. To begin with, we would like to know about your journey. So, what inspired you to dedicate your work to biogas, waste management, and the circular economy? And how this plan has vision your mission to communities and sustainable development.
Okay. The magic, that's the human physics which we store together with us by creating a septic tank. I don't know what year they started creating septic tank, but it is something that I have witnessed right here in Nigeria, basically in Lagos for a while, for like a year. And I decided to change. Okay, what are the new methods? What are the new innovative? But the truth is that even though the innovative comes, people that have already adapted to the old system, it's very hard for you to convertly change them. So me, I started to practicalize it, doing it, showcasing it, even sometimes do videos. But due to how the systems and finances, I had to push myself to do it daily, my electrical field more than the innovation. So what made me push further more was the reason was because I saw that waste already in Africa, especially Nigeria, is in other countries. I have researched and I've like basically in 2000 and I think 2016, 2016 to 2017. I have done a deep research, especially in India and Germany, where I saw they were converting plastic to fuel, to petrols and the rest. I saw an Indian professor who was converting tire to petrol and fuels, all those. So I looked at it, okay. Then I also looked deep into, I saw, it was when I now met, I think a China man who converted waste to gas. Then when he converted to gas, he had already started converting, in that 2016, they already started converting it into compressed gas, not even the normal gas that I have checked African countries, like people trying to establish biogas are doing instead of the light gas. That's the biogas one. I saw the Chinese man that started compressing it to a biogas based thing. And I saw that this is necessary to be done in Africa. Yes, we are now having a problem whereby they say natural gas is causing huge price every day, increasing day by day, or even year by year, or maybe in years, 4 years, 5 years, it increases rapidly. So I now started like, okay, this system is necessary to cross check, to try to understand how it's being done, what are the necessary things to know, what are the proper skills to know. So back then I was only an electrical student. Then I finished from electrical as a graduate. So I started to start learning plumbing because I noticed that you need to know plumbing to able to understand certain business on it. So I started knowing the technical skills, even the fact that okay, even I get to know technical skills, I still have to push myself to understand the business development on it. The business development on it is because I found out that not every target audience is my client. Yes, they might be my customer, but they are not my client because the fact that they need it. Some might need it extremely cheap that is unreasonable to construct for the person that put a bad reputation to my business and the rest. So I started pushing, I started understanding the business part, the technical skill of the low scale. Because the truth is that we are still in Nigeria, magically still doing on this biogas low scale. We've not even tried to reach a level of commercial on biogas. Maybe the government is doing it, that is keeping it underground on a low in Nigeria for people not to know. People, my government might be doing it, but I don't think government can still even do it because the number of organic waste they need to get and the way we humans here are mixing both organic and inorganic, it still gives me a doubt that government have not still key into this. In 2020, I was still on the mindset of, okay, commercial and domestic. Yes, even though I've gotten to understand those, but I still see that if Nigeria need, even if Nigeria or Africa needs to, we need to scale to the level of talking about gigatons of a digester being done that makes us know that, okay, yes, we are actually going to what we are going for. So if government is ready to listen, that's my one. If our government is ready to listen, if not, I still push ahead, look for different opportunities, try to operate the business to a level, but see opportunity that okay, give me a chance, even if I can still goes well, and I join maybe World Biogas Association or the rest that will push the effect that Africa or especially Nigeria needs this system, and it can be done because we know how practically we can see our market people are. The case is that the market people just need to know that their organic waste needs to go this way because we might not be doing with household. I'm not saying most those ones can. If you are doing a large scale, big scale, we are going to be dealing with the market who produce the highest tons of organic waste. Some will not want to sell because some of them want to keep it to, some of them will want to prefer the market to rot in and sell it to people to eat. So we create the market whereby rotting food should not be sold in the market for consumption. It should be sold for pre-treatment, for energy production. So those are certain things that government needs to now consider to change at them to. But I will not say it's not going to be possible, but I say it takes a lot of patience and even more knowledge for me to even keep adapting and even meeting more um, Nigerians, biotechnicians, engineer, environmental engineer, different forms to analyze this thing to go further and become a success in Nigeria.
Okay. At this point, I would like to ask you one question. Say, in our country, Government of India has also launched many initiatives to support the biogas sector's growth. So, are there any lessons that India and Nigeria can learn from each other in developing their biogas sector? What are your opinions about?
Yes, we need industrial, but industrial is a long run. We need more of commercial than smaller scales all around the country. Where we need commercial is because if a commercial can produce a megaton, a commercial is dealing with megaton, while industrial deals with gigaton. Now, if we're able to deal with megaton properly well in the commercial level, it's definitely knows that okay, yes, there's a chance of going for the giga in maybe government trying to do. And we definitely know that government having alliance with Indian companies. Indian companies have to train many Nigerians, both the technicians and government has to bring a certain initiative which should be called maybe the biogas commercial system training or anyhow the name might come up. So that it will be that if government are creating this commercial system, maybe a farm that is a little bit large enough, that is a commercial farm that needs a commercial biogas system, it will be created whereby it will now produce the gas to keep the farm running properly instead of the farm to be running on solar. Because a commercial farm solar, a commercial farm, we will need a very high megawatts of solar, and you reach high, and eventually, if wind comes, energy issue comes, all those small little disasters, we might have a big challenge to start to reconstruct, start to repair, maintenance, all those things. But biogas maintenance, it is not as expensive as solar maintenance. So government should go into, and India are one of the best to really give us that aspect properly well, because you people are the best in doing commercial biogas system. I don't know of industrial level right now in anyone, because I've seen different types of industrial, but I will still give it to China for industrial from what I've seen. But in commercial, I will give it to India, from the checkout, both the materials, both the filtration, everything that will give the gas level of high efficiency. I will give it to India. So those are the initiatives that government of Nigeria and India can partner in creating, whereby we now have workers and job people who are working in the commercial sector first. Those commercial biogas system, knowing how it works well, understanding it well, knowing the in and out about it. Because me myself, I cannot tell you that I know the in and out of commercial. I only know domestic because I have done a lot of the domestic levels. Let us say about 30 tons. That's small compared to a megaton of commercial. That's what I'm saying. 30 tons, 40 tons is still domestic. We are still saying 100 tons is still domestic. It's still domestic because it's still domestic. It's still commercial. It's still in, sorry, it's still in community base. For 100 tons is a community base. So I know the level of sizes of the, but I can't say I know the technicality out of every stage of it. So I say Indian are the best one way to give us the commercial level, understanding it properly well, understand to a level whereby we know we okay, yes, Indian has educated us, we can do, they've come and but government knows how they've done it. Because the only initiative government is still focusing on is still the old school initiative, the mechanical, electrical, chemical, or just the skilled technicians, not the skilled technicians whereby they know that definitely, because all those skilled technicians, anything they will do is to climb a electric pole to repair. But there is none of them that know that, okay, this biogas with the generator in the house, we convert it with works here. This community right here, okay, the community right here has a big space. This space is right here at the back of the house of the community. They can convert it to a community biogas system, use it to put a generator which powers certain part of it, or maybe powers to a level whereby maybe street or certain they just, but no, because we have a community whereby the back of the community has a use space and it's empty, nothing being used. So those are things that needs to be necessary. India can actually come before that to help us. Yes, we in commercial and community-based level. Those are the two levels India might be actually be initiative that their initiative might actually touch Nigeria and let Nigeria know that okay, yes, biogas now has a movement and has a roadmap to where it's going. Because I'm still saying it, Nigeria might not enter industrial if we don't understand the community-based level, the commercial-based level. Yes, we are good in understanding the domestic. And most of the time, most of the domestic always fail after 6 months. Those are the issues we are facing here. So if we are still having domestic that is failing 6 months right here, we need to go into the level whereby we need to know that people that have done it, because I've seen Indian companies that have done it, say they have done it 5 years, 6 years commercial that is still working. It's still working, 6 years, 7 years, it's still working. So we should, there's a level of knowledge that he has known that me I don't really know, which I'm still keep learning.
Yes, sir. And now want to ask you, uh, where do you see this biogas sector in the next 10 years? And what advice would you give to entrepreneurs, researchers, or policymakers who want to create a stronger and a more sustainable biogas ecosystem?
Okay. In the next 10 years, I'm facing Nigeria to maybe scratch the level of some, maybe government maybe pushing one level of industrial, maybe I can say, but I would say scratch the level of commercial level. Well, why I'm saying the level of commercial is because there will be a huge crisis of energy right here in Nigeria or in Africa, mostly in Nigeria, whereby yeah, there will be energy in a level, but it will be expensive. The solar, let's say the solar electric cars, maybe the cars that are coming will now have maybe electric stations. Those electric stations will be solar based because I'm not sure of the government repairing the hydro, all those turbine, all those every other things to effectively level again. And we have a lot of during the electric solar, during this hydro level, there's a huge amount of energy loss. So I don't think government will want to push their mind into that depth. They will want to push maybe small stationary solar electric stations. So that people maybe can charge, people can who have electric cars can move around, charge, and that will be mostly in the city, in the urban areas. But in the suburban areas where a lot of organic waste will be usually high. Why? Because the suburban areas will be where many people will plant. They will plant because they need to send to the city and the urban areas. We have a lot of where people will plant doing different kinds of animal systems or planting system. That is where we have a lot of waste system being decorated. And again, the market there will also create a system. So that is where the commercial level can really crash a lot. That's why I see 10 years to be government is taking it absolutely well. But if they take it in a way that is so I can't say, I can't give a fact. But if it's properly, well, that's where I know that definitely it can be keying properly. The entrepreneurs, the stakeholders, the researchers can key it properly and set up the system within well. Because commercial can be done in the suburban area and community base can be done in the rural area. So if community base is done in the rural area, there's a lot to benefit to the community in the rural area. It might not be all by some specific place. Then in suburban, when the commercial is being done, it's good enough, which sent down to the city. And in the city area, if the industrial level was being touched, maybe by any government or maybe a high level entrepreneur who the knowledge the government employed, maybe he had to call maybe different companies or different individuals from different companies to create so that it can happen. Good, it's necessary. Fine, we can do. But I will still say no because they will still want to push the petrol cars because right now Dangote has done his refinery and the next 10 years his refinery is what we want to be keep pushing petrol cars. So it's two sides. I can't say one side. Another entrepreneur can come and change it. But Dangote right now, 10 years, is something that also myself to have to watch it because it's the mentor of energy production level. If biogas is still energy providing, petrol and gas and its refinery is still an energy providing. So it's something I still had to put in mind and thought about that yes, this might be also be the way that I think that is petrol might be what's okay for many cars because 10 years now will be 2036. Nigeria might be using cars of 2024, 2027, 2026, 2025. Those cars are still we still those cars, most of the new cars that are just created is just 2026 that are being electric. It's now that China is trying to create more advanced electric cars in 2026. And 10 years now, cars of 2025, 2024 might still be raining Nigerian roads. We still be moving around. We still be giving. So it's only that are we going to able to get to the level of converting, getting biofuel? That is where I am still thinking. I don't have knowledge about properly where. But that's where I know that 10 years, can we reach biofuel to change the old dynamics? But if we can't reach the level of that, we still revert to our dependency on petrol, diesel, natural gas. So 10 years, there's different kinds of views to it.
Okay, sir. And that brings us to the end of our today's conversation. It was pleasure speaking with you, and we sincerely appreciate you for taking the time to be with us today. And we wish you continued success in your all future endeavors. Mr. Emodi, thank you once again.
Thank you once again for this wonderful time and giving me the pleasure to actually make my point clear or give a way of viewing myself in the system. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, the today's session of our NE Knowscape podcast come to an end. We hope you enjoyed this session, and we will be back with another episode featuring one new guest. Until then, thank you for watching. See you in the another video. Take care.